Alright, sorry about the technical difficulties. Let's have some fun. Hopefully this looks somewhat better. Really, it looks super laggy and shitty to me. Andrew, I'm not 100% sure what that is. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that makes a difference. I don't know, man. It just looks like shit to me when I'm looking at it on Twitch.
Follow my steps.
Alright, I'm just gonna play the game for a bit. Guys, you know, if you I don't know. It doesn't look great to me, but hopefully somebody gets some kind of enjoyment out of it. Alright. So, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, big old CRPG, very in-depth, character guide, just so I can show you kind of what that looks like. It's a lot. It's quite a bit. Not only do you have this character sheet that you build, you also kind of contribute to how lawful you are. I am a chaotic neutral character. Chaotic neutral, though, like, honestly, it just seems like I'm just, like, goofy. Like, I haven't made really a ton of evil, decisions when playing the game. I haven't made a ton of good decisions. I just make chaotic decisions, which is, honestly, to be snarky. So, yeah, I'm just a snarky character. I have chosen to be, smarter than, like, say, more brutish. These are all the... It took me a good hour and a half to build my character to be exactly what I wanted it to be. But it's a lot. If you're familiar with you know, D&D, this is, you know, it's an in-depth game. Each thing you do, and it kind of is automatic, so it happens like down here. But when you get into fight, and we'll see it when we get into fights, but when you see the processes happen, there's like dice rolls down here. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But let's see what we need to do next. So let's actually just kind of do the... should we do a... I don't know if I should do that. Crusade quiz. Alright, let's just figure it out as we go. Alright. Let's go talk to Horgus. Oh, nothing. Let's go see if we can find our queen. Actually, let's loot something first. The Queen greets you with a stare. She has dropped the pompous air with which she announced the Fifth Crusade. The face of the ruler of Mendev appears calm and thoughtful. She has made her move and now awaits her opponent's reply.
Commander, I'm satisfied with the troop review, but I do not expect they will be sufficient for the task. You will have to prove yourself a shrewd leader and hire the necessary troops with the provided funds. I have chosen a target for your campaign, and that target is Dresden, our lost outpost within the World Wound. The Sword of Valor was kept there, a banner that was once carried by Iomedae herself. Our greatest relic was lost when the city fell. I should make one thing clear from the start. The Sword of Valor is no mere symbol, but a powerful weapon against demons. The holiness of the banner weakens them, and robs them of one of their most dangerous abilities, teleportation. A forced march to Dresden awaits you. The Sword of Valor is kept somewhere within the Citadel. The demons probably think it's a hunting trophy. Its recovery is just as important as retaking the city itself. I hope the task is clear. I'm sending 2 specialists to help you, along with the soldiers. A historian, Nura Denduar, and a cleric, Social Danik.
The Queen nods to the human man and the young halfling woman standing next to her.
One of the famous inquisitors of the Church of Iomedae also wants to talk to you. The Honorable Leota, whom everyone calls Hawkblade.
I do not wish to keep you, Commander. The matter I must discuss with you is extremely important, but it is not directly related to the Crusade. You no doubt wish to meet your new comrades and speak with Her Majesty. Therefore, I shall leave you now, but I ask that you seek me out in the camp at your earliest convenience.
Hi! Listen, it's amazing here. It's like I'm in a ballad. There's knights in shining armor, deadly dangers, glorious feats. We are going to show those demons! I'm so tired of sitting in a library reading books about history. It's time I took part in it!
I'm glad to help our cause, Commander. If you have some time later, I'd like to speak with you further.
You'll have plenty of time to talk. You're the Knight Commander's people now, his trusted advisors and companions. Now then, will you please leave us? Irabeth, you can go too.
So, alright, with this game, it's kind of a bummer, and it's definitely like, you know, this was a Kickstarter game. But, yeah, my character, which looks like this. Oh, I can't do it when I'm on this menu, but he don't look like this. Not much, but I tried to pick the avatar that was available that looked the most like the character that I was building. Yes, this looks like Aragorn. But yeah, I like I said, I picked the best person because I'm not even really that magical. Which, you know, this tends to kind of radiate magic to me. And I don't use a regular longsword, I use a rapier. That's my, like, weapon of choice. So, yeah. Alright, I didn't get to read the decisions. I can usually do them all. When we met at Defender's Heart, I never imagined you'd make me the commander of the new crusade.
Some actions may be deemed bold, or even extreme, and beyond those, there are some you might call the Queen's last resort. I am not a simple monarch. I am at war with the Abyss, a war which has lasted over 100 years. I cannot allow myself the luxury of caution. In you, I see a chance, and I am willing to stake everything on it. However, you cannot blame me for putting you in charge of the crusade. I only formalized what had already happened in the hearts and minds of many. People spoke of the power that descended upon you and helped you save the Wardstones from corruption and total destruction. Word of this feat quickly spread far beyond the borders of Mendev. There was no other person who could better fit the role of Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade.
I have some questions about my mission to retake Dresden.
Of course, I shall answer.
How did the demons manage to conquer Dresden?
That's a good question. Its walls were built by dwarf craftsmen, and the power of the Sword of Valor protected the
Andrew,
city.
is this
Alas,
more text
where
than,
raging hordes
than
a single line
Divinity?
tongue was all they needed to succeed. The demoness Minago convinced a young and ambitious crusader named Staunton Vane that the banner belonged on the battlefield. He went on a daring and unapproved raid, and the banner ended up in the enemy's hands. The city fell soon after. Ever since then, for 7 decades, it has served as a citadel for the forces of the Abyss.
Staunton Vane. I saw him at the Grey Garrison. He defected to the demon side.
Oh, really? I wasn't informed of this. After Dresden fell because of Staunton, he was nearly sentenced to death. He deserved it. In wartime, men are hanged for far less. But you have no idea what a terrible sight it is. A raging crowd of crusaders baying for blood. Never have my fighters looked so much like the demons we are fighting. I commuted Staunton's sentence and stripped him of his rank. Not just for him, but for my army and my country. We are not Hell Knights. We do not maintain discipline with public executions.
So this is what I was talking about. You have choices of your... You know, you could just ask the random questions, but the ones that actually have, you know, kind of consequences to your character and to, you know, furthering the game, you have good choices, you have chaotic choices, you have lawful, and then you have flat-out evil choices. I like going chaotic. I don't know, they seem like... they seem more fun than anything. I don't think I have an option to ask the queen if she likes pina coladas, nor do I think I have the option to ask her if she likes getting caught in the rain. But what I am going to ask her, or tell her rather, you should have exiled him. Let him go wherever he wanted. That way, he would have either changed his life for the better, or realized he had no one to blame but himself.
Perhaps exile would have been a more merciful sentence than decades of service among those who despised him. I was hoping he might atone for his guilt with a heroic act, but he likely decided that atonement was impossible, and he might as well give himself over to evil.
What forces are at my disposal?
everyone we saw today at the parade. First among them, the Eagle Watch, who remain a powerful force thanks to Irabeth's resourcefulness. Also marching with you are several minor knightly orders, as the minor volunteer units like to be called. And finally, I have personally selected some recruits from Neurosian. They have little in the way of battle experience, but great determination and a thirst to prove themselves. I've always thought that an army benefits from at least one such unit. These forces, as I said, are not enough for a march on Dresden. You will have to hire additional troops with the funds that have been provided to you. But for a brave commander, and I hope you are one, that is just the beginning. If you retake Dresden, recover the holy power of the Sword of Valor, and gain a foothold in the region, then new armies will join under your banner. The Fifth Crusade is only beginning. Many battles and victories lie ahead.
It's been decades, and no one has managed to retake the city. Why do you think we're different?
We have a chance now that we haven't seen in decades. But it's more than that. You created this chance for us by foiling the demon's plans in Canabris. The army who attacked the city came straight from Dresden. Demon hordes from the Abyss are usually encamped there, but many of them perished on the streets of Canabris. We must attack swiftly, before they can restore their forces. When the city is free and the Sword of Valor appears before our soldiers, they won't be sending in any more reinforcements. Demons cannot teleport into an area protected by the banner of the goddess.
What about long-term goals? Do you know how to get rid of the world wound forever?
Now you are talking like a real knight commander.
Hey.
However, answering your question is not easy. To win this war, we must bar the demon's way. There are a few planar rifts leading to the Abyss across the territory we call the World Wound. The best specialists we could find have tried to close them on separate occasions, with no success, as you may have guessed. The World Wound is more than just a chain of portals to the Abyss. We do not understand its nature yet. The methods of rift closure known to magical science simply do not work here. However, we have a hypothesis, and a rather well-grounded one, that we must begin at the source of the problem, the place where the World Wound was opened. The main rift lies through the city of Iz, and the Threshold Fortress, deep in the former lands of Socorus. We have never managed to fight our way so far and gain a foothold to allow the magic
Hey,
to
Andrew,
explore
thanks for the tier
origins of the
1
World
sub
Wound.
gift.
So, the next step
Radical.
after you succeed in Dresden is an offensive push deeper into the World Wound, with the aim of reaching Threshold, the very threshold of the Abyss. Wonderful.
Did you know that the souls of angels from heaven are confined in the Wardstone?
I had guessed as much. Many angels fought alongside us in the First Crusade. Heaven was unable to mobilize its full might to aid us, but individual celestials volunteered to fight for our cause. Then one day, they all vanished, saying that they were setting off on an important mission. Not long after, Iomede's herald erected the first wardstone in Canobris, and then the others in cities across Mendev. Even back then, I had nagging doubts, but my faith in Iomede easily assuaged them. It is for us to serve the goddess after all, not to question her works. Nevertheless, I am pleased that you solved the mystery of the Wardstone in Canobris, and were able to save this gift of Iomede. It was a deed worthy of a knight commander of the Fifth Crusade.
Hey, Nick, I did know that. But you should know, I received an unusual gift in the caves beneath Canabris. In a vision, I saw the death of an angel called Lariel. Somehow, he was able to grant me the ability to reveal the light of heaven.
Lariel. I knew him. He disappeared shortly before the World Wound grew, and Dresden fell into the enemy's hands. In the chaos, we had more important concerns than investigating the fate of a single angel. Even one so righteous and beloved as Lariel. And afterward, matters took a turn for the worse. The angels left us to go on this special mission. It is so strange to hear the names I used to hear when I was young, like getting a message from the past. It is sad news, but it brings me back to the times when we strongly believed in our victory, and we rushed headlong toward it without fear. Could it be that such times have come again?
And what are you going to do?
Overlooking a spot of insubordination just at the moment. However, I shall answer you. I shall prepare the defenses at Nerosian and all the other border cities and plan the future of the Fifth Crusade. Does that satisfy your curiosity, Knight Commander?
So, also, there are mythic paths, and so check it out. I can't select this one because I'm not on an Aeon mythic path right now. I'm on an Angel mythic path, so it's going to be good rather than lawful. So, which is good. So,
I hear a polite attempt to appeal to the conscience of an old sovereign. I don't know if you realize what you're suggesting. If our enemies in the depths of the wound were to discover that I was with your army, they would immediately send their most vicious demons to attack. They would stop at nothing to be rid of me, and thereby sow chaos across Mendev. But you are right. I shouldn't be sitting it out in the rear. I am a warrior queen, and a queen of warriors. Yet my fighters have forgotten what I look like. Fine. I shall join the crusade, but on my own terms. First, I shall assemble my entourage and lead the parade out of the camp. I shall catch up with you later, along with a few hand-picked bodyguards. We'll change our armor, and I'll become
Did I walk
of a
away
minor
where?
order and join the troops incognito. Until we approach Dresden, no one should know I am among you. But before we storm the city, I shall show myself to the troops and join the battle. Let it be a surprise for the demons. I hope you won't complain of my company on the road, Commander, since you were the one who insisted upon it. Do you have any other questions?
the task is clear.
Splendid. Ah, yes. We have one final matter to attend to. It should be rather enjoyable. Count, there you are. You received my instruction?
I did, though I did not have time to read the thing before I was dragged before your majesty. In truth, I was readying myself to depart.
Darren's a little bitch.
No matter. I trust you will forgive your sovereign for the rather brusque summons, especially when you learn what prompted it. As you are aware, he has recently been appointed my Knight Commander of the Fifth Crusade. I spent a long while pondering whom to appoint to the highly sensitive post of Commander's Field Attaché and Advisor Plenipotentiary without portfolio. Congratulations, Count.
It is a great honor, I suppose.
What a wonderful gesture, Your Majesty. I imagine our dear Count would have been inconsolable if you hadn't given him this chance to serve the common cause. Little bitch.
I knew you would approve, Commander. I had my doubts about whether you were ready for such a responsibility, Count, but your conduct in Kenobris has put my mind at ease. So, you will travel with the troops to Dresden. Only the commander may remove you from your post. But I trust that you will dutifully fulfill his orders and make a good showing of yourself. Especially since word of your appointment, Count, will reach the court at any moment. All of Mendev's nobility will be following your successes in service to the nation, including all of your devoted admirers. I even heard that one bard with whom you are particularly friendly has already begun composing a ballad to honor your heroic participation in the crusade and your faithful service to the commander here.
Your largesse truly knows no bounds, dear cousin. I am most gratified by the honor you have shown me.
Some fucking voice acting.
Then let's get going. May Ayomade help us.
Hey, alright. That was long. She's not calling me Count, she's calling Darren the little bitch account. Let's check here. This is my commander's chest. So one thing that I constantly have, and it keeps showing up, is this severed head. It just shows up. And I guess I haven't figured out why it keeps showing up, but I just have this severed head. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I need to get rid of some things. What I want to do is sell a bunch of shit. the speed run. And I know that there is so much, like, with all of the spells and stuff that I'm just either not doing to its full capacity, or so if anybody is watching outside of our circle that's like, you should be doing this, please throw me some tips, because this game is so fucking big, and this is the first time I've ever played a Pathfinder game. I didn't play Kingmaker or anything. I would appreciate it, but there's so fucking much. I could literally spend the next hour in menus, like, recalibrating things. So yeah, it's fucking brutal. Alright. Oh, I am asking for backseat gaming in a game like this. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. And I have so much to do. Alright, we're gonna take care of some of these smaller ones though. What jester? What jester? Where is Irabeth? Oh, Irabeth is with me. Oh, not anymore. Fuck. Irabeth is a lady. No. Oh, there's Irabeth. Commander, allow me to say something. Before you, this wasn't a war. It was agony, drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but I somehow got through on stubbornness, and the vague hope that if nobody found Anevia's body, Anevia is her wife, she might by some miracle have survived, and that miracle was you. I found her in a cave. You returned my beloved to me when I'd nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive again. Then you went on a suicide mission to the Grey Garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that. She says with a snap of her fingers. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, they're just more proof of what I felt the day when I saw Anevia alive, standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war, and in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. Don't laugh at me, Todd. I'm just Fuck you. Alright? Fuck you. I found a scabbard with your family name on it. Well, I don't know why I sound like that now all of a sudden. Oh, experience. The scabbard held the solemn hour, my family's sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly to help someone dear to me. Nevia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually, but there was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. You had the Order's coffer at your disposal? How can you suggest that? My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it is worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. So it turns out that the Queen has her head of counterintelligence watching me. I wonder why. I'm not going to read. I don't want to read anymore. Yeah, there's battles. I haven't gotten to them yet, but right before this part of the game, there's like an epic battle, like the end of Act 1. Okay, I'll read. When we began the march on Dresden, we chose speed over numbers. If I order more volunteers to be recruited, they simply won't arrive in time. We could pay mages to deliver the troops to the camp, except I doubt that our army's coffers could afford it. If you can spare 7,500 gold coins, I will see to our reinforcements. Fuck. Pay 7,500 gold coins. That's a fucking lot. Well, I gotta look. I gotta look and see how much I have. As you command. She pissed. It's hard to believe your origin is so humble. You deserve a noble title more than many who inherit them. Thank you, Commander. It's an honor to hear that, especially from you. Every noble family begins somewhere. You must have heard the recent story from the stolen lands in the River Kingdoms. Just imagine, coming from nowhere and making it all the way to a royal crown in just a few years. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I managed to distinguish myself somehow. But then I push away such unworthy, selfish thoughts, of course. We don't fight for rewards. The fate of the world is at stake, and yet... Erebeth's blush deepens, and she falls silent. I guess I'm just going to say fuck it and go. Erebeth says goodbye with a short bow. It didn't say that I could haggle it. And it's not like Wasteland, who had a bartering function. I have yet to find any kind of bartering function. But let me... What's my inventory? Oh shit, I need some of that. Damn it, I'm overloaded. I need to sell some shit. I just can't find... Yeah, this is my party. Now, I haven't... these are everybody that I have access to. So, who's been in my party the most have been these two. Then he's been there a good chunk of time. This guy's a little bitch. She's okay. He's good, but he's been sick a good chunk of the time. But now that I'm done with that first act, he seems to be better. And a lot of them are archers, and so I don't need a shit ton of archers. No, this is actually weight. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is money. Weight is here. That's just a lot of money to spend on that. What do you think, guys? That's most of my money. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think there is a person to trade in this area. Spend it and be a poor hero. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling that decision too. Spider-Man is not my fucking favorite hero. Don't even. Oh God. Alright, so merging and splitting units. If two of your armies stand next to each other on the global map, you can transfer units between them by clicking the button that appears next to the army's name. Upon exchanging troops, the number of movement points of each army will become equal to the lowest value among the two. It's a fucking board game, dude. Clicking the I button next to the army's name on the left will take you to the army's management screen. Here you can set your units' starting positions at the beginning of combat. You can split your units by holding Control or Shift and moving the unit to a different slot. You can also create a new army here by clicking the button on the right. Alright. Lost. Gold coins. Consider it done. Canabras has been revealed. Okay. I have to go. Alright, so I think that took care of that. The storyteller seeks pages covered in ancient elven scripts. They will help to shed light on the long-forgotten past. All right. I was not. I was not. That's just wrong. I was not at the last movie. I have not seen a Spider-Man movie since the first Andrew Garfield one. Huh. I'm cool with this. Are you being sarcastic? Because that would I was thinking about it when I did it. That's what I normally do, and it was like, how boring is it to people watching? No, I don't. You can now control armies on the global map. Winning battles against demon forces will provide you with a number of benefits such as resources to help your economy, relics which can be turned into powerful new items for your party, captured enemy fortifications that previously blocked the advance of both your party and your armies. These blah 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 blah. Okay. You can switch between party management and army command modes by clicking the banners at the top of the screen. Cool. Okay, these guys. Let's go to Houndheart campsite. Man, I'm carrying too much, which is what that encumbrance is right here. Could rest, but that's not going to do anything. I don't exactly know. Oh, I can't travel. That's fucking why. Alright. Let me drop a bunch of shit. Metroid Prime Hunters was like a DS game. Fuck. So this is where I have been. I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of confused. Alright, let me drop stuff. Wait, descending order. I can drop most of this stuff. Alright, no longer encumbered at least. Well, this is fucking eerie as shit. It's a fucking giant. I need some kind of like cellar. I need a shop. Oh, good afternoon, Commander. Thank you for finding the time to speak with me. Oh, this is that guy. I have a personal request. While we're still in the vicinity of Canabras, I'd like to visit the martyr Zacharias cemetery nearby. I want to attend the funeral of my friends from the Temple of Shalin, who died defending the city, and if that isn't too much to ask, I'd like you to accompany me when I honor their memory. Their friends and relatives will be there. Who knows, perhaps the commander's own presence will be a small consolation for them. Okay. Thank you for talking to me. I know that you are burdened by many cases right now, so I understand if you can't find the time, but if you could, I would be sincerely grateful. So there's a chapel tent. Let's see. Commander's tent. There's a field medic. Man, fuck. Damn. A message for the commander. I'm the Queen's bodyguard. She sent me to tell you she's arrived at Camp Incognito. As planned, you can find her where the minor nightly orders are camped. Come if you wish to speak with her. Tell Her Majesty I will visit her when time permits. Did I give it a Canadian accent? I don't know. Why is anybody anything? All right. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito along with a few bodyguards. I have introduced myself as Catrain, an old friend of yours. I am a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes Nevia to sniff me out. I'm just gonna ask this bitch how old she is. Why did you entrust me with Darren, you little bitch? I saw such a wonderful opportunity to teach the Count a lesson and just couldn't resist. Honestly, I expect you to dismiss him forthwith. The Count would have been forced to return to court a laughingstock. It would have been a truly sobering experience. There is nothing more disgraceful for a Mendavian nobleman than to be discharged like that. Darren Arande. He was such a lovely child. His mother, Lady Selena, was one of the most gracious people I have ever met. She was amiable yet decorous and truly kind. Bonds of kinship among the nobility are on the whole highly practical and only useful for forming alliances. The Countess Arande managed to become a true member of my family. I suppose that is why I spent so much time believing her son to be a better person than he actually was. His company is a heavy burden. Still, I must admit that I am quite pleased that you decide to keep him as a companion. There is a small chance that once he has had a true taste of the Crusade life, the Count will finally cease to mock the Crusaders as cynically as he is one to do. So, what I'm gathering is that he's probably like the most valuable person to have, because they keep shooing him away. I must go. Don't forget, here I am, betraying the night. Alright. I'm just stealing shit. Oh, I can level this guy up if I wanted to. I'm not encumbered anymore, which is nice. Alright. We're going to a funeral, guys. Be on your best behavior. Oh, I gotta preach. Alright. How unfair. They were all so young. They had their whole lives ahead of them. They sacrificed themselves. And an old cripple like me still lives. The painting. It burned like everything else in the house. There is nothing left for me to remember you by. Nothing! A young man throws a handful of soil into an open grave and stands beside it for a while, lost in thought. Finally, he sighs and steps back. So this is how we're burying people, okay? It's pretty fucking terrifying. Alright. I wish you a warm welcome in Shaylin's realm. We will win this war, I swear to you. We'll banish this ugliness and evil, make the world richer, and let peace blossom in it. We'll make sure anything like this... That's my crying. Thank you for everything you've done for us. You fought honorably and remained steadfast in your duty until your final breath. Your deeds will not be forgotten. How long will this take? I'm sick of these ceremonies. Okay, so normally I go chaotic, but I feel like I probably shouldn't say that. I'm gonna say the good thing. Or let's say good. They were good people. I can't believe they're gone. Oh, okay. A corpse has gotten up. It's a zombie. Run. Okay, apparently I'm just gonna fight off the undead.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Damn, I am... Hold on. Ah!
Attack!
Bitch!
Begone, fiend!
Oh, they go down like bitches.
Aim carefully.
Damn.
I'll cut you wide open.
The light take you!
Surrender or else.
Fall! You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Forwards!
The spirits demand your blood.
Into the fray!
Boom. What is this twisted mockery? Who could possibly... Wait, what's this? Take a look at this. Sociel hands off a black onyx gem to you, Once precious, this stone is now covered in cracks, falling apart in your grip as you examine the engraved Minotaur's head, the unholy symbol of Baphomet. The cleric's voice, perplexed at first, fills with rage as he speaks. Cultists! Simply murdering my friends was not enough for them. No, they had to come to the funeral and desecrate their graves. Looks like some of the townspeople were only feigning their grief. These demon worshippers are everywhere. Now I understand why the Inquisitors of Canabras became so paranoid. Wait, the townspeople fled the undead without knowing they have a traitor among them. Wherever they are, they're in great danger. We must find them.
I must rest to fight another day.
Alright, we're gonna drop some shit. You can, Nick, you can basically make it so that, and that's what I've done, you can basically make it so that if, say, a creature walks within their radius, you can literally, like, you hit them as they walk by. Which is nice. Alright. I don't need these basic ass weapons. Barnaby, you're okay. Alright. Should be enough. Let's do some exploring. Don't like like the look of that. Oh, let's see. Trickery. Let's see if I pass this. Why are y'all walking so damn slow? Oh, they're... fuck. They're exhausted. I might have to do a... I might have to rest. Thank the gods and thank you too. I knew this was going to happen someday. They buried me alive. Oh, god damn it. Who are you? Baroness Nanelle Bollard at your service. The dead woman bobs a clumsy curtsy, her legs barely supporting her. My estate is not too far from here. Let me assure you that all of you are always welcome there, assuming you are properly attired. I hate to break it to you, but you're actually dead. How dare you? What utter foolishness! Do I look like a corpse to you? No, no, no. You forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such things to the dead Baroness. Wags her finger at you in a chastising manner, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in horror. What? How? This simply cannot be. I shan't permit it. I'm afraid it's true. I am truly sorry. This graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems that he disturbed your rest as well. So I died. But even in death, the accursed servants of the abyss torment me? Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest. I quite enjoyed my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. Would you like to pass along any words of comfort to your friends or family while you're here? That good-for-nothing band of hangers-on? Most certainly not. No, thank you very much. I am reasonably confident that they have already brought my estate to ruin and squandered the fortune I bequeathed to them. They will have to do without my missives. Spare us both at the indignity and embarrassment you see. I would still be in the company of those I truly care for. Were it not for your discourteous sorcerer and his parlor tricks. Lay the undead to rest. I'm gonna rest in peace. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion where I am going anyway. Okay. Alright, let's actually get this guy leveled up. Cool. Oh, it's his mythic path. Alright. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Huh. Best jokes. Now, he was like an artist. Let's see what I can find that would maybe... Huh. Let's go abundant casting. Oh, cool. Alright. And these motherfuckers are exhausted, so we are going to rest. I can't rest here. Fuck.
let us be careful. Done.
Hey.
Completed.
All right. Anything more?
Be careful, everyone.
Too late for apologies.
Bitch, I missed.
You won't survive me.
Oh my goodness, they're just... And I can't rest here.
You are today's sacrifice!
We won't fall here.
I
swear it.
Fight another
Huge.
day.
Oh.
A solid plan. Endure this.
I'll hit you!
I will bring down the divine wrath.
The inheritor, guide my
Aha.
blade.
Aha!
Attack. Make every strike count.
Go for their hearts! You won't stop us.
Eternal Rose, I call upon you.
The light, take you.
Aim carefully.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Aha, okay, so we'll need to go up there. Anything good? Nope. Oh, everybody is so exhausted. I should have rested.
The mongrel did it.
I hope you appreciate this.
Hey.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Oh, wait a minute.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. The mongrel did it.
Who are you? What do you want? All you have to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith you can do it. Well, great. I can't see anything.
Yet another obstacle. You won't survive me. Forwards!
I'm so fucking powerful.
Begone, fiend!
I'll cut you wide open.
Into the fray!
Surrender or else!
Endure this! A solid plan. Fall!
The spirits demand your blood.
No glory without risk!
Too late for apologies.
Ember kind of sucks. There we go. I surrender! Stop! I give up! Don't hit me! The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You damned rat! How dare you! Suddenly, Sociel becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench to fists while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. You scumbag, I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you. We shared our table with you and took you in. Then you, Al, I don't even know what I'm going to do with you. Oh, goddamn. Stop it! I surrender! Sociel ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood, but continues to fight past the wild blows of his increasingly bruised and busted face. You are a priest of Shaylin. I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Do you two know each other? We do. That's Nardi, a tailor's apprentice from Canabras. We healed him after he was mauled by a dog. Then he became a frequent visitor to our temple. He listened attentively to our sermons, studied the goddess's teachings, and praised our art. Sociel grits his teeth. Were you lying to our faces the whole time? When we took you in, when you sat at our table, when we broke bread with you, were you planning to stab us in the back even then? the whole time. Now you understand part of it. Let's dig into the rest. The cultist curves his bloody lips into an evil sneer. I was hoping to lure you to our side. It wouldn't have been hard. We are everywhere, even inside you. Kinky. I think you know it too. You are not like all those pious devotees. You pretend to be, and maybe you fooled yourself. But we both see who you really are. You have that same demonic rage inside you. It's a pity I never had time to kindle it into a devouring flame. But sometimes you have to resort to a backup plan. Having you die at the hands of your dead friends was such a good idea. It's a pity it didn't work. Shut up! Socio swings his fist, but stops it in midair. His clenched fist trembles as he stares at the cultist with an expression of pure hatred. You want to kill me right now, don't you? But you can't. You're a good boy. Socio, so loyal to your goddess. You'll have to let me go or commit a sin. So I win either way. Witness the genius of our Lord Baphomet? Haha. Is he telling you the truth? It sounds like it. Don't listen to a lie. He deserves death. It would be justice to kill him on the spot. I don't want to be super lawful. Don't listen to him. Hit him some more. Let's see if that leads to a... Oh, yes. I have more choices now. Hit him some more, but be careful not to kill him. Shaylin says nothing against kicking a few teeth in. Hey, there we go. Chaotic. Cecile knocks the necromancer down to the ground. Enough. He's defeated and will disturb the dead no longer. Pummeling him further is no justice, only revenge. Well, bitch, you fucking... I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace. But I admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. You are the commander, and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. The cultist turns out his pockets. I will send a messenger with orders to imprison the cultist. His deeds will be punished to the fullest extent of the law. Yes, that's the right thing to do. The cleric lets out a sigh of relief. Thank you. It's all right. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of this war. Alright, do I have anything? I didn't go over here. Let's go over here.
Tread lightly.
Alright, nothing over here. Yes, and we'll rest. All right.
You know, Lon, you're almost half cute. I can only imagine what the knife of an experienced surgeon could do for you.
That's a great idea. If we find one, we'll also get him to shorten that tongue of yours and take out your poison glands.
Hey, there we go. That's a good rest. Okay, day 30, month of Rhodus, which is like August, year 4715. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galorian, so common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all of the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the West Selen River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. Unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by the wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldier's head, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon his back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs up the highest point along the bank. There, he decides to, you can look around, address the soldiers and boost their morale, or set an example for the army and lead the march. I'm gonna go with diplomacy. I succeeded. Establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on this new battleground, and his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes at the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shadow of low black clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the world wound has ended in their favor. 24 experience, and then, hey, alright, cool, close. Alright, and with that, I think this is a good place to call for the day. I might even stream a little bit later tonight, but yeah, let's play some more Pathfinder later on. Thank you guys so much for watching, the small crowd that I had. I know this is not a normal for this channel, and it's not a a normal type of game that people like. But if you like to immerse yourself in worlds that really benefit from decisions, or don't benefit from your decisions, I think Pathfinder is a really cool game. This is the first time I've ever played anything like this. I'm probably about 20 hours in right now. Thank you for letting me kind of start streaming it after Act 1, but I definitely recommend it. And it's not a full price game either, so check it out. You guys have a good